Michelin arriving at the end of the adventure with Formula E in next years. How is the feeling after to believe in the Formula E from the first time, and now that Formula E grows so much to leave this category?
Yeah, that's not a frustration, but obviously we are a bit sad because we were the founding partner of the series. So we saw and we grew up all together. So obviously that will be a bit bizarre, a bit strange, not to be here for the Gen 3, but at the same time we know that that can happen, and let's say that's life, even if it's easy to say that. But anyway, we were happy, or we are happy to be here. We will do our best until the last day of our involvement, and after we will see what kind of opportunity we have in some other championship. But at the end of the day, we know it can happen. There was a tender, we didn't have it, and that's it.
And now, technically, in this years and a half that rest for Michelin in Formula E, they continue the development of the tires, or it's completely stopped and will use the same that you have now?
No, we use the same from the regulation, and with the reduction of cost, we were asked by the FIA to reduce the quantity of tires. So that was a common work to see how we could accompany the FIA. But it was also asked to keep the same tire for the cost reduction. So we saw what we could do the best to accompany the new regulation. So let's say in terms of development, there was nothing new compared to last year, just to improve and well analyze our result to see how to accompany the new regulation.
And these tires can be not exactly the same, but can be used for new categories of electric vehicles that are growing everywhere, because now we hear speak about touring cars and
Why not? Why not? After, the tire is always developed based on a regulation, so and technically how the car are. So if a car can have similar characteristic, why not to using the same kind of tire? But it's difficult to say yes it can be or no it can't, just because it must be regarding a series or a technical regulation where we can apply that. But just generally speaking, yes, we can use them exactly the same in some other category if the technical regulation and the condition are quite close.
But speaking about technical question, not about regulations. For example, for developing some tire for a rallycross, it's completely different the type of construction of the tire, or can be more or less the same, or can be the same?
After, depending how, also what level of performance you expect. The closer of the category you want to be, or a dedicated application, then you have a really dedicated development. After, if you want to have a wider operating window, then that's in fact the approach you want to have. But let's say for this kind of championship, or as you say, let's say that would probably be a different approach, because anyway what is required for this kind of car, the track itself is completely different. So really to fit to the expectation of the manufacturer, the team, or the championship, probably let's say we would ask to see how we can really design a proper tire for that.
And this is considering also the time of the races, because here in Formula E we have 1 day practically for every set of tires. But in rallycross, as example, of course, we have a few minutes every race. So also considering this, is change
Of course,
the tire.
you're completely right. But also the regulation can change, and for rallycross, we can say that the tire in the regulation must last for one race or the championship, for example. You know, so obviously that's why I say it depends also on the regulation, what we want to have or what to want to design and to achieve, and then we design the tire. So that's why. I said previously that, we start from the regulation, the championship, the kind of car, so let's say a white page in terms of tire, and we see what kind of tire we should design, and after, if we have something in our range, we can apply. But we never start from a tire that is ready and we say, okay, now we will do that and we will adapt to the championship also. No, we have first the regulation, the format and everything, and the kind of car, because technically it's also very important to fit to the car, obviously, for safety first. And then we see if we have a tire that can cope with that. Okay, why not? But we never start from the tire to the championship, but more vice versa, from the championship and the regulation, and then we propose a tire.
Now we are doing this interview on Sunday morning. We lived yesterday an incredible race of Formula E with a lot of aspects, and especially with the wet the track. What you can say about the race of yesterday from the point of view of the tire?
Well, that was very, let's say, very interesting, and not so often that we had the chance to rain in a wet condition. So that was interesting, and we learned a lot about that. And that was interesting. We had interesting data on our tire, on a wet track, on this kind of car, and on this kind of track as well, because it's not so often as well that we come on a permanent track. So for us, that was a very interesting race. And even this morning with the wet track in cool condition, even if it seems that it may dry up for the race, we will have also some other example, and that's the first time we are here in Valencia for a Formula E race, because we came many times for the official test, but in different conditions, and in a way not in the race format. So that's a few more data again in our pocket to learn about this tire and this condition.
And in this case, I have two races in 2 days with so different conditions in the same track. I think that is most important to data collect for the future, no?
Yeah, maybe not more important, but very useful anyway, because we see a wide open condition, and with 24 cars, it's also 24 different driver comments and setup. So we learn a lot out of that, and we have lots of data for sure. And if it's dry, wet, that's even more data. You're right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.